This is Kumar, and today's topic is Human in the Loop, the only path to trustworthy AI in CPG reformulation. If you're a CPG executive, an R&D scientist, or even just curious about how AI is changing what ends up on store shelves, this is for you. By the end of this video, you'll understand why reformulation is now a constant, not a one-time event, where AI tools like active learning and optimization shine, and where they fall flat, the 9 checkpoints where humans must intervene to guarantee accuracy, compliance with manufacturability, real-world examples from Nestlé, Unilever, and UK baby food regulations, and most importantly, how to design your organization's workflows so AI is a competitive advantage, not a liability. Let's start with the reformulation crisis. The problem is that reformulation used to happen maybe once a decade. You do a major sodium reduction program or a sugar cut and then move on. But today, reformulation is constant. Every 12 to 18 months, brands are reworking product portfolios to keep up with sugar taxes in markets like the UK and Mexico, sodium reduction targets set by regulators, sustainability commitments like cutting virgin plastics or lowering carbon intensity, and consumer trends like plant-based, clean label, no added sugar. The challenge is that legacy R&D systems aren't designed for this speed. Most systems are still using Excel trackers, lab notebooks, and institutional memory. That means reformulation is slow, error-prone, and risky. The result, over 70% of CPG launches fail to meet revenue targets, according to McKinsey. And when reformulations fail at a pilot stage or regulatory review or in a consumer panel, the cost isn't measured in thousands, it's millions. So, naturally, companies turn to AI. Active learning and optimization can scan vast design spaces and propose candidate recipes in a fraction of the time. Instead of 100 experiments, you might only need 20. That's a huge saving. But here's the inconvenient truth. AI on its own cannot guarantee that a product will work in the real world. What does that mean? The AI might suggest a recipe that technically maximizes stability in the model, but violates FDA rules on fortification. It might choose an ingredient that looks great on paper, but procurement can't source at scale. It might optimize lab viscosity, but when you run it on a factory homogenizer, the product separates. Or worse, it might hallucinate, outputting numbers that aren't grounded in physics, chemistry, or regulation. This is not hypothetical. In 2023, Nestlé committed to reducing sugar and sodium across more than 100 products in Europe. But multiple SKUs were delayed because the new recipes couldn't run reliably on existing equipment. The lesson is clear. AI alone isn't enough. This is where human in the loop comes in. Human in the loop, or HITL, means that at key points in the formulation workflow, humans must intervene to set guardrails, validate data, interpret trade-offs, and approve go-no-go decisions. Think of it like this. AI explores the design space and proposes solutions. Humans constrain, validate, and approve. It's not about slowing AI down. It's about making sure that when you ship a reformulated product, it works the first time in the plant and passes every regulatory and consumer test. Without human in the loop, AI is a liability. With human in the loop, AI is a comparative advantage. So now, let's break down the 9 critical human in the loop checkpoints in a reformulation workflow. Number 1, project intake and goal definition. Humans define clear, measurable objectives. For example, maximize stability, reduce cost, maintain pH between 4 and 6. Second, design space and constraints sign-off. Regulatory and process engineers confirm AI cannot explore outside legal or equipment boundaries. Number 3, data validation and quality check. Scientists validate lab results, normalize units, and ensure every data point has provenance. Number 4, model calibration and validation. Humans review uncertainty coverage to prevent overconfidence. Number 5, optimization proposal review. Formulators evaluate AI's candidate formulations and reject those that are impractical. Number 6, experiment execution and results acceptance. Lab teams confirm results are valid, replicable, and protocol compliant. Number 7, trade-off and Pareto selection. Cross-functional teams choose which trade-offs to make business sense. Stability versus cost versus sensory. Number 8, Pilot and scale-up readiness gate. Manufacturing ensures formulations can run on actual lines without costly retrofits. And number 9, regulatory and final release approval. Legal and regulatory confirm compliance before market release. Each checkpoint has one job: reduce the risk of failure at the next stage. Now, not all checkpoints are equal. The 5 with the highest impact are regulatory and final release approval. You miss here and you risk recalls and lawsuits. The second one, design space and constraint sign off. Without this, AI will explore fantasy space. The third, pilot and scale up readiness. Lab wins don't matter if the line can't run. Number 4, data validation QC. Bad data leads to bad models. And number 5, model calibration and validation. Overconfident models are more dangerous than inaccurate ones. Now let's look at some real world cases. In 2025, the UK announced baby food reformulation guidelines. The UK government's plan for change introduced strict salt and sugar reductions for foods with under 36 months, banning sweeteners entirely. An AI without human in the loop could easily propose stevia, which would be rejected outright. Second example, FDA warning letters from 2022 to 2024. The FDA has issued warning letters to brands making unverified low sugar or high protein claims. These were mostly data quality errors, exactly what human in the loop data validation would have prevented. In 2023, Unilever packaging, when Unilever introduced recyclable monomaterial bottles, in Packaging Europe reported that factories needed costly retrofits. Scale-up feasibility checks, a human in the loop step would have flagged this earlier. In every case, the failure wasn't AI, it was the lack of human guardrails. So how do you design human in the loop without slowing things down? There are 4 principles. Number 1, make guardrails code, not guidelines. Encode the regulations, process limits, and supply constraints as executable rules. Number 2, automate the easy checks. Units normalization, density conversions, and cost normalization should be automated. Number 3, design decision cards. Every checkpoint should have clear pass, fail status. And number 4, log the rationale. Every override and approval is documented for audit and learning. Done right, human in the loop doesn't slow AI down. It speeds it up by preventing costly late-stage failures. At the end of the day, executives care about 2 questions. Will this reformulation run on the plant the first time? And can I launch it without regulatory safety or brand risk? Human in the loop is the only way to answer yes to both. Trustworthy AI isn't about speed alone. It's about speed with certainty. And in today's CPG environment, certainty is priceless.